joining us live now for a discussion, our two cricket analysts. Mr. Sunil Gavaskar joins us live from London, and Nayan Mongia also joining us live from Baroda. I'll start with you, Sunny Bhai. Shikhar Dhawan in magnificent form. Would you say, I know it's early days, but would you say he's Kohli-like when it comes to his insatiable appetite to scoring hundreds? He scored 100 in Test match and then now scored 200s in one day.
Yes, I think so. I think that's a very good appetite for a batsman to have of hundreds and not be satisfied with just 50s and 60s. He's got a debut 100 in Test cricket, the fastest ever, and then he's now got two back-to-back hundreds. Remember, he's played one-day cricket for India earlier on in the West Indies in 2011, and don't think he scored too many runs then. But after that, I think the fact that he was left out of the team actually has helped him to reorganize his cricket and get better at it. And now that he's in such good form, he's making sure that he's capitalizing on it.
Right, Nayan, Sunny Bhai there talks about the time that he made his debut in one-day cricket. That was almost 2 years ago. He had an average in the teens at that time, and right now he scored 200s in one-day cricket, one in Test cricket. What do you see has been the major difference between the Shikhar Dhawan of 2011 who made his debut and the Shikhar Dhawan today?
Like Sunny Bhai said, that he is more organized, his technique has improved, his confidence level has gone very high. You score 180, the fastest 100 against in Test matches. The confidence level goes high. This game is all about confidence. Once that confidence goes high, you can play any attack, anywhere in any part of the world and any situation, and which is proving. And he doesn't want to leave it halfway. And he knows how hard it had come to him, and he wants to capitalize on it and make sure that he stays there for a longer time.
Right. Then also about his appetite that we are talking, we saw Virat Kohli. He was a revelation in Indian cricket, someone who has that hunger to score hundreds, and now we've got Shikhar Dhawan. So Indian cricket seems to be in very safe hands.
Absolutely, the transition has been very good. I think they have learned from their seniors, how difficult it is. Virat Kohli was dropped, Gautam Gambhir was dropped, getting 30s and 40s and 50s and getting out, throwing the wicket, and then they were dropped and they came back and they put the value on the wicket, and that is what he has learned, and his attitude. I've read somewhere when Matthew Hayden also said that he has an attitude of Australian. He doesn't give up very easily. He's hunger for the runs. He worked for his game, and he makes sure that once he's set, he plays for a long inning.
Right, let's now talk about the bowling staff for India, and I'll go across to Sunny Bhai, who's joining us live from London. Very unlikely hero for India as far as the bowling is concerned. Ravindra Jadeja picking up those 5 wickets. But would you say that credit also goes to, say, skipper Dhoni? Because there were a lot of voices that believed you should play 4 fast bowlers because the pitch here in Oval helps fast bowling. But he stuck to his old strength of playing with 2 spinners.
Well, you've got to play quality bowlers, and I think that's the important thing. It's just because somebody runs in from 40, 50 yards doesn't make him a quick bowler or doesn't make him a useful bowler. And I think that's the mistake that India has made in the past, and Dhoni has learned from it. Often because when we are going to South Africa or to Australia, we pick five bowlers who run from 15 yards, but they are not good enough. But if your spinners are good enough, then you should take the spinners on a tour. What happens when Australia or the West Indies or England come to India? They have their best bowlers in the lineup. Not just because they're coming to India, they just don't include spinners. Because if the spinners are not good enough taking wickets, what's the point taking them just because they come and turn their arm over? So I think over here what Mahendra Singh Dhoni did was the right thing. The balance was just right. 3 seam bowlers plus 2 spinners. What happened with the 2 spinners in limited overs cricket particularly is that they slow the pace off the surface. And if there is some grip, and that is likely to happen because it's overcast condition, there's a little bit of hint of moisture, so the ball can grip and turn. It will not turn as big as in India because the pitches are not dry, but it will turn just enough. And that's how Jadeja and Ashwin bowled those magnificent spells. You might not always get wickets, but if you keep the batsman quiet, which is what they did, if you slow the scoring rate down, which is what they did, you put the pressure on the batting side.
Right, Sunny Bhai, let's bring in the IPL angle into this game. A lot of IPL teammates were up against each other today, but whatever we saw in the highlights, there were no love lost. There were 3 Bangalore teammates, that's Chris Gayle, Virat Kohli, Ravi Rampal. Chris Gayle coming there and telling Ravi to bowl bouncers off the head of Virat Kohli. So clearly no IPL camaraderie carrying on to the Champions Trophy.
It shouldn't also. It should not, because just because you played in the same team in the IPL doesn't mean that you take it lightly against each other when you're playing, representing your country. And that's how it should be. So when Chris Gayle, who's played for Bangalore, went across to Ravi Rampal and asked him to bounce Virat Kohli, their captain in the Bangalore franchise, I think it was just maybe a strategy to try and upset Virat, to try and get a wicket, because Virat's been in great form. And if they'd got a wicket early at that stage, they could have put pressure on India. So I think it was more a tactical issue than anything else.
All right, now to the bigger picture. Nayan, coming to you. I know early days, India's just played 2 matches, but would you say, looking at the current form of all the teams, India are looking the strongest in this tournament so far?
Absolutely, Nikhil, I have no doubt about it. After looking at 2 practice games and where they're playing, where they're batting, where they're bowling, where they're fielding, you can see that body language. I said that I have a feeling that India can go all the way and become a champion in this trophy, and they are proving it right. Where they have been batting, where they have been bowling, where they have been fielding, the body language, the confidence level is so high on the field. I haven't seen this kind of an atmosphere, this kind of a confidence with the Indian team for such a long time.
Right, same question to you, Sunny Bhai. Would you say that entire controversy back home has also helped, charge up the players? They have a point to prove, to tell the people that, they love their game and they're ready to give the 100%?
That is right. I think, the fact that they're away from all the turmoil back at home has allowed them to play in the manner that they have. They've been very, very free with the way they have played their shots, the way they have compiled their big scores. They've been very impressive. You have to see their practice sessions to understand the intensity with which they are approaching this tournament. This is a tournament which they have actually not won. Yes, in a sense they have. They shared the trophy with Sri Lanka in 2002 when both the days of the finals were washed out. But they want to win it on their own, and I think they want to show that whatever happens anywhere else, when it comes to playing for the country, they are right up there, and nothing else matters other than doing well for their country.
All right, great form India is showing in this tournament so far. Sunny Gavaskar, Nayan Mongia, thanks so much for talking to us. Of course, we'll have them back when we look ahead to that all-important game, the 3rd game that India will play in this tournament against Pakistan. But thanks so much for the moment.